Today is October 11th, 2011. It's National Coming Out Day. I thought I might just tell you my coming out story. It was 1989, and it was January. I went down to LA to visit my then just turned 20-year-old son when he told me that he was gay. Now, it wasn't a surprise to me. In fact, I suspected that was what he was going to tell me. But like any mother, it totally changed everything I, quote, expected. I thought he would grow up, he'd get married, he'd have children, make me a grandmother, even though I know that was not his role in life, was to make me a grandmother. But everything that I had thought was going to be his life suddenly was not going to be his life. And it was right in the middle of the AIDS epidemic, and my two big fears for him were, one, that he would get AIDS, and two, that he would be the victim of violence. So for me, I had to deal with being the mother of a gay son. And I didn't reject him by any stretch of the imagination. And in fact, his telling me that he was gay, I think, was a turning point in our relationship, and one that made us closer and has continued to do that. But I had just moved to the area in Northern California where I now live, and I hardly knew anyone. And although I knew that how I raised him had nothing to do with his being gay, I knew there was a perception of young gay men coming from families with overly strong mothers and absent fathers, and that was how he was raised. And I didn't want anyone pointing their finger and saying, "See, it's your fault." And I had to deal with all of that. So I didn't tell anybody here. I was ashamed in that respect, even though I knew that wasn't true. So I found PFLAG, and they were tremendously helpful. Let me be just where I was, and supported me. And I remember them asking me, I went in February, and they were already talking about the Gay Pride Parade in June and telling me about the march. And I said, "Oh, no, I'm not marching in the Gay Pride Parade." Not only did I march in the Gay Pride Parade, which was one of the highlights of my life, marching that first time in the Gay Pride Parade in San Francisco, but that October 11th, I told my coming out story in a local event, and was written up in the local newspaper. So it didn't take me very long to come to acceptance, and eventually full acceptance. And today it's come to the point where I and a friend have started a nonprofit to raise awareness around the issues that gay and lesbian couples and families face in terms of equality. And I'm very proud to be the mother of a gay son. And in fact, I'm very proud of my son. And his partner of almost 19 years is a part of our family. He's my son-in-law, and I love him as though he were my own. So on this coming out day, you may not be a gay person or a lesbian or transgendered, and you may not even have anyone in your family that is, but almost everybody has something they're in the closet about. So what is it that you can come out about? Who can you tell something you haven't told? Maybe a secret. And it's really all about learning to love and accept yourself just as you are.